In this video, I'm going to be talking in depth about one of the biggest lessons I've learned from running an agency for 15 months now. I just uploaded a video about my yearly journey review thing on the AI agency. And with that, I went through all of my videos and I got a list of the nine biggest lessons that I got. And in today's video, I want to go in depth on one of the biggest lessons that I had. So this lesson right here is one that I saw at the beginning of my career, or beginning of me starting, and very recently as well. And that is client communication is so key. So to give you guys the first example of this was back in July for me. I was still in Wyatt and Carson's course, and I ended up hiring an ads consultant, someone who really knew what he was doing on the ads. I didn't get much sauce on the ad side from Wyatt and Carson. So he really knew what he was doing on the ad side. So I hired him. It was like $1,000. He was helping me. He created all the ads for me. He had the sales process down. He was helping me with closing, doing the whole 9 yards. Now, we were doing this, and I was paying for the ad spend, and he was helping with everything else. I was doing this, and we were doing around a call every 2 days, and the show up rate was maybe just above 50%. So, let's say one call show up every 2 to 3 days. And that's kind of what it worked out to. 3 days. Let's say one every 3 days, whatever. And so we ended up going through, we were at this for like a month and a half. So we probably went through like 20 sales calls at this point, maybe 25. And we ended up closing nobody. We got a few close ones, and like ones where people said, yeah, I'm going to pay. And then they get off the call and then they ghost you after. But anyways, this one guy, and this was after a month and a half, we finally ended up getting a paying client. And this guy paid $6,600. So this wasn't like a small fish. This wasn't like $1,000 starter. This guy paid us $6,600 up front. This was a one call close. Well, $6,600 up front. This guy was doing basically ads and the AI, the ads and the backend system for the AI. So that was awesome, right? We were all on cloud nine. We finally got our first bit of money. And then this is where the lesson comes into play. So we ended up charging this guy through fan basis, and we don't know if he put his thing in twice or if fan basis double charged him or if Amex double charged him, but he got double charged. So this guy spent, like $13,000 right off the bat, from his, I think it was from his card. And so my consultant that I was working with, he didn't have the idea in mind of that client success is everything. He had the idea of getting clients and getting paying clients. But past that, it was largely missing. And that's another lesson I'll go over in another video. But basically he paid and he was not very communicative, right? He was not very attentive. He didn't nurture the lead as much as he should have. As soon as that guy paid the money up until, like the onboarding call. So this guy was basically sitting in the dark while he got double charged a $6,600 payment. So he paid, what is that? $13,200. Timeline. He got charged $13,200 and he's not getting any response from any of the team. Now, this was also kind of my fault, but I didn't know this lesson at this point, right? And I was just letting the consultant kind of take the wheel because I didn't really know what I was doing. And so, long story short, this guy ends up charging back. He ends up charging back everything. We're trying to communicate with him, right? After all is said and done, we're like, hey, what happened, man? Like, hey, like, why'd you charge back? Like, hey, I saw it got double charged. Like, this is what's on my processor. Like, this wasn't supposed to happen. I'll refund you the money. But it was too late, right? Because he was not communicative. Now, second example of this is our second client churn. So I like to categorize this. That was like a one-off client. And then me and my business partner and I, we've been working together for like 6 months, not working together anymore. But our first client we got together, he was a performance-based guy and he churned because of lack of this. So basically what ended up happening, he wanted to run just ads, like none of the system, no nothing, just solely ads for him. And we got him really good results, but we basically agreed after 30 days, we were going to regroup and find something that works best for both of us. And in that time, and this was a little bit of internal friction between my business partner and I, but in that time, he basically, we shut off his ads without warning him. We shut off his ads after the 30 days and we're like, hey, like the 30 days are up. Let's hop on a call and we're going to regroup and see what we want to do next. Now, this is a huge story and there's a lot of lessons behind this one. But long story short, after we paused the ads, he hopped on the onboarding call and we got into a situation where we didn't relaunch it right away. And when we were about to relaunch, he basically said to us, he got mad at us and he's like, you guys just randomly shut off the ads. I can't survive without any marketing, because he ran our ads basically without telling us. So he told us, he's like, I can't run without marketing, and you guys just shut it off without telling me. Which is true, right? In that case, for us, we should have been way more communicative. We should have been like, hey, we're going to be, it's almost a 30-day. We're going to be, just a reminder, we're going to be shutting off the ads so that we can come up with something together. Or even better, yeah, we should have just hopped on a call while the ads were still running, because he was getting good results. So he was happy with us. This guy churned, and that was partially because of it. There was a lot of stuff behind it, but that was a partial reason why he churned, right? So the lesson here, right? You need to be extremely communicative with your clients. Client communication is going to be so important. And you need to have your clients, feeling good about you every step of the way, especially for high ticket. You have to leave that call. You have to, follow up with them. You have to send them this, send them that. Like, hey, found another idea for you. Excited to discuss it on the call. After that, tell them what you're doing, right? What you're testing, weekly success calls, all of this. You have to be over-communicative is better than under-communicative, especially after they pay to, before they're launching. What do they call it? Buyer's remorse. You have to lower that buyer's remorse as much as possible. And in the sense of my first client, right, his buyer's remorse was probably through the roof, probably thought he was getting scammed. We lost all that money. And secondly, our first client, we just were so inexperienced that we lost the client because of it, right? So very big lesson on that sense. You need to be very communicative with your clients. And if you don't, they can churn, right? They can churn very easy. So that is the video. I recently just created, and I'm reading this off the back of my monitor. I recently just created an outline of basically everything I've learned throughout the AI agency. So all of these lessons I'm going to be talking about, how to set up your thing. I give like a beginner snapshot. It gives you all the workflows. I give you how to market your offer, how to create ads, how to set up certain stuff. All of it's in there. Everything I've learned in the past 15 months from the AI agency is inside of that. It's going to be for free as of right now. If I make it paid in the future, I might, just simply for the reason where when people pay, they pay more attention. I'm going to see how the quality of the people in there is if they actually pay attention. So it's going to be for free for right now. Make sure you guys join that. It's going to be crazy value. I'm not trying to gatekeep anything. As well, join my free AI agency Discord. If you haven't already, that'll be, again, first link below. Or link below in the description. A lot of killers in there. We're at 450 members now, so it's going pretty well. As well, follow me on Instagram. DM me on Instagram if you have any questions whatsoever. Love talking to you about whatever it is. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.